If you've ever opened ClickUp and immediately felt overwhelmed, you're not alone. That's actually a super common reaction. But here's the thing, ClickUp doesn't have to be complicated. In this video, I'm breaking it down step by step so you can confidently set up your workspace, create tasks, manage projects, and organize your workflow without drowning in features you don't need yet. Hi, I'm Princess, founder of Cherry Inbox, where we create ready-to-use ClickUp templates to help business owners. If you're new to this channel, click on the subscribe button to stay updated. Here's what we'll cover: how ClickUp's hierarchy actually works. This is the key to everything. Creating your first space and lists. Managing tasks like a pro. Switching between different views. Using Docs and ClickUp Brain. Plus some beginner-friendly tips to keep things simple. And if you're specifically using ClickUp for social media planning, I've included our Cherry Inbox social media ClickUp template in the description, along with a full walkthrough showing you exactly how to use it. All right, let's dive in. Before you start creating anything, you need to understand how ClickUp organizes information. Once this clicks, everything else becomes way easier. Think of it like a filing cabinet. At the top, your workspace. Most people only need one workspace, especially if you're working solo or running a small business. Inside your workspace, you create spaces. Spaces represent big categories like marketing, content, operations, client work, and personal projects. Inside spaces, you can add folders. Inside folders, you create lists. Inside lists, you create tasks. So the full structure looks like this: workspace, space, folder, list, task. Simple, right? One mistake beginners make is creating way too many spaces right away. Start simple. You can always expand later. Now, let's create your first space together. Click Create Space. Give your space a name. For example, Marketing. If you're planning content, I recommend starting with something like Social Media Planner. Once your space is created, you can add lists inside it. For example, Content Ideas in Progress, Scheduled, Published. This already gives you a simple workflow where tasks move step by step as they get completed. If you're not sure how to structure your workflow yet, this is exactly why I created the Cherry Inbox Social Media ClickUp template. It already includes everything organized for you, and I linked the walkthrough video in the description if you want to follow that setup instead. If you're working with a team, ClickUp lets you control exactly what each person can access. There are 4 main permission roles: owners, admins, members, and guests. Guests are especially useful if you want to share specific lists with clients without giving access to your entire workspace. You can manage permissions from the workspace settings under the People section. This flexibility makes ClickUp really powerful for agencies and growing teams. Now let's create a task. Open one of your lists and click Add Task. For example, create Instagram Reel. Once you open the task, you can add a due date, priority level, assigned team member, description, attachments, subtasks, time estimates, and comments. My biggest tip here is to always add enough information inside the task, so no one has to guess what needs to be done later. It saves a lot of back and forth communication. Another feature I recommend setting up early is task statuses. Statuses represent the stage of progress your task is in. Click on 3 dots beside the list, then click Task Statuses. Then type your preferred status. For example, Idea, Drafting, Editing, Review, and Published. You can customize these inside your list settings. Just try to keep them consistent across your workspace so everyone understands what each stage means. One of ClickUp's strongest features is switching between views. You're always looking at the same tasks, just in different formats. List view is great for structured planning. Board view works like a drag and drop workflow. Calendar view is perfect for scheduling content. And Gantt view helps visualize timelines across projects. Personally, if you're managing social media or content, calendar view is the one I recommend starting with. ClickUp Docs is another feature I use all the time. Instead of keeping notes in different apps, you can store everything directly inside your workspace. You can use Docs for meeting notes, content ideas, SOPs, project instructions, brand guidelines. And the best part is Docs connect directly to your tasks, so everything stays organized in one system. ClickUp also has a built-in AI assistant called ClickUp Brain. This helps you summarize projects, generate content, organize ideas, and answer questions about your workspace. You can even upload documents so the AI understands your workflow better and gives more relevant suggestions later. It's especially useful when you're planning new projects or turning rough ideas into structured task lists. ClickUp can feel like a lot at the beginning, but here's what I recommend. Start with one space, a few lists, simple task statuses. Don't try to build everything at once. Once your workflow feels natural, then you can add dashboards, automations, and integrations later. And if your goal is specifically managing social media inside ClickUp, I created a social media ClickUp template inside Cherry Inbox that already includes content workflow stages, post tracking, platform organization, and scheduling structure. So instead of setting everything up manually, you can start using it right away. I added the template link and the full walkthrough video in the description below, so you can follow along step by step. ClickUp might feel complicated at first, but once you understand the hierarchy and task structure, it becomes one of the most powerful tools for organizing your business or content workflow. If this tutorial helped you, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, where I share systems, templates, and workflows designed to save you time as a business owner. I'll see you in the next video.